For the pigeon, good morning. We're going to set up in a pigeon stretch. And our first priority is trying to get our shin perpendicular to us. I'm not the greatest example of this. However, in the setup, you can use your imagination. We're going to aim to get our shin perpendicular to us so it looks like this. Additionally, we want that back leg in extension. And so notice my back leg here. Once we're in position, we're going to try to put both hands behind our head and good morning and basically hinge from our hips. This is going to be generally a small movement. Any big motion here usually indicates that the lower back is doing most of the movement. It's okay if the back rounds a little bit. However, we want to feel this stretch and exercise in our hips. And so the full movement looks like this. A common mistake is using our back too much to do the movement. And so that might look like this. As a reminder, we want it to look like this. I'm not moving my back too much. Another common mistake is not having our back leg in extension. That might look like this. We want to take our back knee and put it as far back as possible, so it instead looks like this. If someone can get their front leg too perpendicular, but having their hands behind their head doesn't allow them to move or the exercise is too difficult, they can have their hands on the floor. And so this is for people that can put their leg in that correct setup position, but from there the exercise would be too hard. That might look like this. Using the hands to assist. If someone cannot get their leg perpendicular, however they are close, we can try elevating the knee with a yoga block. And so that might look like this. If the yoga block still proves to be too challenging for someone to be able to get their shin perpendicular to themselves and get their hands behind their head, then we can make it a little easier by elevating them on a bench and a box. So it looks like this. The lower and higher the box is, changes the intensity of the exercise. So if I use the box on a lower side, it'll make the exercise harder. And if I use the box on a higher side, elevating the bench even further, it'll make the exercise easier. As a reminder, we want to make sure that the rear leg is in extension while we do it on this bench and box. And so watch my rear leg. No, my rear hip is an extension. My knee is behind my hip. And that is Pigeon. Good morning.